Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from San Antonio. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. It's Eckler again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. When you look at this defense, they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. The catches for him just keep piling up in his career. He's now at 1,024. And that ties Isaac Bruce, the number that he had back in the day.
Yeah, part of the greatest show on turf. And remember, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt combined for nearly 2,000 catches in their careers. He might get to 2,000 himself with the numbers he's posting up there. Keeps himself in great shape. He might go for it.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they stick with Eckler, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Herbert changing things up. Throwing on 2nd down. Herbert looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Hyatt goes in motion left. Herbert now.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown.
Jalen Hyatt.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Oilers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now they'll audible to something else.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
But you look at this defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground, because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
From the 50, here's Herbert.
That is caught.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On second down, here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. He'll look to throw. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On second down, Eckler. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just... ...35. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. Eckler now between the tackles. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle with Eckler.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Herbert on 3rd down now. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Running on first down, Eckler trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now an audible here into something else. Second down, Jacobs once more.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
They'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Back to throw now on first down.
Got a man, it's Mayer.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
But trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete into the hands of Myers. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll look to throw.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Myers. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Now an option play on second down.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's It's complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Jacobs. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going.
He's got him in, complete.
Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Houston.
Jalen Hyatt
with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Oilers have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Well, they got the ball to start the third quarter, looking to take the lead, and they did so in a hurry.
Yeah, they certainly did. Now, you and I both know teams that love those sustained drives, you know, those little body blows along the way. This team says, the heck with that. Why keep the ball longer than we need to? Let's go ahead and put it in the end zone and get to the bench and take a break.
First play of the third quarter. Get ready. Could be an exciting second half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And they're going to speed things up here. Here's a 2nd and 7. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Verone McKinley.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Tui Pelotu got in and dropped him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and a yard. A give. Eckler running to the right. Oh, fighting up. And now off to the race. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Second and 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A handoff. It's Eckler powering his way forward. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Oilers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a two-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Second and 1. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And all the way in for the touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Black Knights have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. Powers through him. And he'll get in, although there is a flag down. But if it's offsides, this is going to stand. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it, because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw.
Gets this to Myers.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. This is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Ball at the 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Herbert to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Tuli Tuipulotu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
115 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now a first throw here in overtime.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
Back to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Fights off the defender.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We need an extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball